let's get into this shit. Okay, so how did it all begin for you? Because you know we're now talking in some current affairs, but the truth be, I mean, yeah, I think we got a mutual friend in Sway as well. That's my dog.
Yes, my guy, man.
That's my. You know what? Me and him used to buck. I used to beatbox with him in New York, bro. We used to go when
Serious?
yeah, bro. I went to an install with him in New York. Idris Elba was there. Me and him would beatbox. Sway dropping that, double time. Woo!
Yeah.
Guy. So you come from a serious pedigree right there, man. So tell the people all about the A to Z from beginning, South London onwards.
Yeah.
In fact, earlier than that, Tanzania onwards. Let's explore this.
So I was born in Tanzania. And I grew up there until I was about 8 years old. And then I moved to South London. There I sort of like found it hard at the beginning, but I got to terms with it pretty quickly because I mean, it was a whole culture switch. Just everything. The weather was different.
Whereabouts in South London was this at the time?
This is New Cross.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I know the area. Yeah.
So after that, I was just going through a lot of stuff in my teenage years, just like normal teenager stuff. You know, you're getting in trouble all the time. You're hanging around with your friends. You guys are up to no good.
Yeah.
And my best friend was a DJ. He used to DJ grime music, rap, reggae, everything. So I just used to, like, whenever he used to DJ in like record shops, and this time he was like 16.
What's his DJ name?
DJ Fingers.
Yeah.
One of the most talented DJs I've come across up to this day. So I used to just go with him everywhere. Pirate Radio.
So what year was this? What year was this?
This was like
noughties.
Maybe like 10 years ago.
Okay, so we're talking mid-noughties-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Sorry, as you were, he had he had a big sound system or something. What was going on?
Yeah, he did. He had a crazy setup in his. I mean, like in the spare bedroom, where he used to have his decks set up there, and he used to just like. He's the guy when it comes to mixing. He knows literally all the tricks under the book.
Thank God for live streams, bro, because like with those DJs, they're doing it now in real time, and in a lot of respects, it's more fun watching it than even doing it in the clubs because they're just getting loose.
Yeah. Now everything's pre-recorded.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But he's like a proper sound man.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from him.
Nice.
Because he used to have like a computer in there, like music equipment. And I used to be at his house all the time. Like I was living with him at one point, and every time he left the house to go somewhere, I'll just be like, I'll be in a little spare room on the computer, just like figuring out how to use the programs like Cubase and Fruity Loops free.
Born into the game. Wow.
Yeah. So that's how it actually started.
Wow.
And it became like a little obsession. It was like the same way how someone would go into a room and like play FIFA all the time.
Yeah.
That's how it became for me. It was like I'm discovering new stuff. I'm learning how everything is done. The more I find out, the more I want to know, the more I'm sort of invested into it. And I just became fascinated with like the whole process of how music was made. Because at that point, I knew that I loved music, I loved songs, but sort of unraveling how music is made, it was mind-blowing to me. And I was like, so this is how you do this. And this is how you do this. Like, how? Like, I was just like so confused, but so intrigued at the same time. So at that point, I was like on YouTube all the time, trying to look at documentaries on like music documentaries on different musicians, how they worked. Yeah. And yeah, I was just sort of mind blown. And I started making beats early on. When I was making beats, I was recording like some ideas, like chorus ideas on the beats and whatnot, and recording my own music here and there. And what happened next? After that whole space of me getting into music, that's when a year later I started working at the call center.
Right.
So I was working at the call center, and I remember one of my other friends, he had a studio, and I used to go there like before work and like after work. So one time he just messaged me saying, Sway's coming down to the studio today.
Casual.
Yeah, casual. And of course, me growing up, like I used to think Sway was an incredible like musician, an incredible rapper. From like seeing him, I remember seeing him first on Channel U. Yeah, that's right. And these songs used to play all the time. I think it was Flow Fashion. That's when I first heard of it. And I was like, nah, this guy's different to everyone else.
Yeah, it was like him and I guess Kalashnikov. They were the main contenders that were kind of pulling in that UK hip hop thing into Channel U, weren't they?
Yeah, I thought Kalashnikov was very sick, but I've seen a lot of Kalashnikov type of rap before.
Yeah.
With Sway, I've never really seen a UK guy
go at it.
Go have that sort of lyrical ability.
Yeah.
Not take himself too serious, but he can do the serious stuff with like just the crazy flows, punchlines. And I used to think, man, this guy is too good.
Too cold.
So when that opportunity came up, I couldn't even make it to the studio that day. But I think my friend played some ideas, and Sway was like, you should tell him to come down to the next session. So the next session came about. I went there, met him and everything, and he was like, I've got this idea of like doing like my own version of the Still Dre song, right? And I was like, okay, cool. And he was like, if you got any ideas, I'll play you the beat right now. So he played me the beat, and I just recorded the chorus there and then.
Wow.
And he was like, yeah, I mess with this. And I remember maybe a week later, he called me saying, we're shooting a video in like 2 weeks. And oh, by the way, I've put Kano on the song as well. So I was like, what is going on?
You got upgraded pretty quick.
Yeah. I was like, oh my days. It's crazy.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and he was like, do you have like any of your own songs? I was like, yeah, I've got some ideas, but I don't know really. Like, he was like, let's have a session will listen to your stuff. So I played him some of the music that I was like just working on. And he was like, we're going to take these 4 songs and we're going to put out an EP. And that's how I started working with Sway and Decipher. So we put that out under Decipher. And that's what really opened doors for everything else.
Yeah. That was a real era-defining moment.
You need the Kelavision app. 24/7 mini documentaries, podcasts, live shows, DJ live streams, top 5, subscription packages, plus products for all your podcasts and street culture sports. Download it from the App Store for free today.